flashy, but I ain't stupid either. Never show up to that's hungry and eager. My brother's keeper, I'm loyal. It's
all right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Washington Redskins. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And his throw is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking for Hurns, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is, when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
On the ground, it's Thompson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. On 2nd down, here's Smith. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reed. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause. And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package.
Yeah.
6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. This is Marshall. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here we go, 46. Under. Here we go, wide 80. 46.
On 2nd down, Elliott. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
A first down carry by Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott steps away to his left. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They give to Elliott. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 47. 46.
Prescott now on 2nd down. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
47. Here we go. Hey, 26.
To throw is Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 26.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go, 47. 26.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try and at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
15.
On first down, it's Smith. Flushed out right. And he's got room. And he slides to avoid the hit. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On first down, Smith. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
The give is to Elliott, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A second down throw for Prescott. Flush to his right. Now he'll let this one go deep right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Hey, here we go. Here we go, 46. Hustle. 58, right over there. Here we go, 46. 26.
Prescott from the gun on third. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Here we go.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So out now come the Redskins. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play, Smith to Crowder, 42 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. They'll hand it down to Geis. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. They'll run with Marshall. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, it's Marshall, and he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
That's it, baby. Double. Hey, back up.
Now Marshall trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Settle down, huh? Good list. Orange. Good list.
Now Smith. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there.
They go play action here on first down. Buying time to his left. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
Here we go, 46. Awesome. 46.
Here's Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? you adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Throwing is Smith. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3.
We got 3. Hey, let's roll.
And here's Marshall. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Here's Tressway now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here we go, 47.
2nd down, Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. After the interception, here's Smith. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Smith. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control. and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the two-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
47, 47.
Again, it's Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Troy Apke, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. From the 50, it's Smith. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Smith. Dancing to his left. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Smith now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
And that was just situational football 101 right there. Excellent decision to throw that one away. You know he would have loved to have converted right there to keep the pressure on and build on this lead. But the best play, avoid the sack, taking care of the football.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now here come the Cowboys. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Gun. Here we go. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. The Cowboys on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go. 46. Here we go. 26.
Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thompson. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Here we go. Wide 8.
First down, Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Elliott, toss right. And now running right through it. Elliott a first down and more. He's at the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 34 yards there and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
47. 26.
Throwing. Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jonathan Allen in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And he's got this one down to the 10. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Here's Prescott being chased out left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And here come the Redskins now. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Forced out to his left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a first. On 1st and 10, Smith. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. On 2nd and 10, Smith. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Here's Febrezey now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Ryan Kerrigan in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clenched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good. Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue. Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, a run with Thompson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed as that's going to move the chains. But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
Smith going to throw it. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Redskins, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Dallas, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.